Right, hello everyone. Welcome to World of Warships. I am the Pumpkin Tub, which you may already know, seeing as you're on my page. Oh well. Basically, the start of the stream will be me going over some of the UI elements, talking about what there is on the screen you can see here. This is mainly for people who don't know the game, are new to it, or have never played it before, or have played it before but not in a very long time. Because some of the UI elements are a little different. There hasn't been a big change, but I think the biggest changes are stuff like the port itself. You can change them. Stuff like this, the compact view with all of the ships, and combat missions and stuff like that. So I'll just go through it quite quickly. So first of all, something new that came in last year, I think, is this inventory, where modules from ships that you own and upgrades that you own can then be sold. For example, like camos and concealment expert and concealment modules and whatnot, this can all be sold. This is also where you will find such thing as camouflages, so the Last Conquest for Bismarck and Hood, and Twitch Prime one, and a bunch of other ones for your premiums and stuff. You can also look through stuff here, like camouflages, flags, just to help you choose them quicker instead of scrolling through them all. Also, something that has just come in are these, the patches, which you can choose the foreground and the background, and when you die, or it will show the person's emblem that has killed you, and if you kill someone, it will show your emblem to them. I've got a nice little spaceship penguin going on here. You can also have emblems such as these, which are quite nice. But I like the patch, which I'm gonna have to remake now. Where was the say? Is it this one, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. Okay, okay. This is the port view, as you can see, the port tab up here. You have your challenges on the side here. You get daily challenges or weekly challenges. It says the time here, what you have to do to get them. At the moment, I've got 5 stars in Frontier to do, and I've also got to win a couple more battles to get the touchy banana. It seems to have reset for some reason. Alright, that's that's kind of irritating. Right. Okay, down here are all your ships. So go to the Omaha, Missouri, and all of that. You can scroll through. You can change this in the bottom here. So you can look for a certain tier. So if you're on a tier 9, it will bring up all of the tier 9s you have, tier 10s as well. You can select what you want. You can select what tier, nation, and other things, like if it's just normal ships, just premium ships. I think this one here is just your ships which are elite. So that means you have the ship above it and all of the modules researched. Okay, and this is where you can change if you want a compact view of 2 ships, see, it changes to 2, or a compact view of 4, or display by nation, tier, type, or most recent battle. Sorry, my voice is getting tired. The next bit is your modules, so your upgrades for the ship. Let's actually go to a ship which you can upgrade. If it allows me. The UI is a little slow for some unknown reason. There you go, so it will show you the credits and the XP. So if I had enough XP, I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to upgrade it, but it'll tell you how much it would cost as well. You go 3 million. Next is exterior, which is the camos, signals, and flags, which sometimes give you a minus in service cost or give you extra credits, but they're quite rare. These are the signal flags, which give you a higher chance in fire, a higher chance in something, a detonation, reduced detonation by 100%, or Wyron flags. These are the special flags, which give you 50% more credits, or 100% commander XP, 100% normal XP. Next is the tech tree, which is self-explanatory, going from tier 1 up here to tier 10 down the bottom, and then the types of ship, types of nation even. For each one you can click on a ship, and it'll take you back to the port view and the modules, where you can see the ship beforehand. Let's go to a ship which I don't have, like the Z-52 for example. See, and it's all grayed out because I don't have it yet, and it will tell you how much you need. There we go. It says you can research it, and then it will tell you for how much you can research it for and what the modules would then cost. Next is your profile. When it gets there, it's quite slow. There we go. Nope, there we go. And it tells you all your stats, and you can choose your ship, which you can be arranged by win rate, blah de blah blah blah. And the last one, which is a recent update, is your clan. So this is my clan. It shows you all of the people in it, all of their win rates and all that stuff. Mine's at 59.65. It says 60 in my profile, but it's not. It's 59.65 average experience, average damage, average frags, which is your average kills, and the oil, which is a clan resource. You can only get it from clans. Right, that's pretty much it inside of the port, except for the ships. You have this here, which you can assign a commander. Which, there you go, show you the commander doodahs. Don't want to get him out. There we go. And these are the commander skills, which you get points for. He has 6, and it's like 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and you earn experience by going into battles. And also you have here is the ship's armor layout, which you click here. You can tell the armor thickness just by hovering over the panels. And the survivability, this tells you all the stats. You just click the arrow, it brings it down, and it will tell you all of this stuff about fire chance, maximum dispersion, reload time, how fast your turrets turn, how fast the shells actually travel initially, and the damage each one does, and stuff like that. And your AA defense, maneuverability, and concealment as well. Up here, you can choose what type of battle you want to do, training, ranked, random, and so on and so forth. And talking about battles, let's go into one. I'll choose a lowish tier because we're just starting out. I'm going to tell you about the actual... I'll take my Varyag, which is a premium ship, premium Russian ship. Alright, let's go. You just click battle, and this is what you see after the battle. It tells you what's in the queue, what around you, blah de blah blah blah. I should stop saying blah de blah blah blah. It tells you how many battleships, cruisers, destroyers are lined up, and how many are in the area. There we go. Found a game after a few about 20 seconds, which is it's okay. It's not too bad. Sometimes you get them quicker, depending on what are in the what is. God, I can't talk right now. Who is actually queuing up for a game? This is what you'll see first, though. Actually, you'll probably see this first. So it's a domination game where you have to capture points. Funnily enough, to gain points, first one to 1,000, or the first one to lose ships. First one to kill all the other ships, or first one to get to 1,000 points wins. Okay, first of all, right, you can see this is my ship. It's WASD. WASD to get going. You press W to go forwards. It's down the bottom here. You can see full. You just move it up and down. You don't hold it down. You just push it left and right. A and D will make you go left and right. And you can use Q and E, which toggle like all the way left, all the way right, or half left, half right. I don't tend to use that, though. Your F1 through 12 keys are or F2, sorry, through 12 are your command or chat keys. You can also press B. It brings up this wheel, which you just select what you want with the mouse. You just let go, and it says, well done. Well done, me, for saying that. You use your mouse to aim. these yellow circles are your guns. When they are on target, they turn green, which you will see in a second. There you go. And then you just left click to fire. You can then right click to just look around, which then keeps your guns locked in one place, but you have to hold down right trigger. But you can also go Control X, which locks your armament on target on a bearing, and it just sticks to that bearing. It doesn't lock it to where you were once aiming. It locks it to that exact point where you are aiming, I'm pretty sure. Oh, if you're aiming at a square, for example, it does it that way. And just Control X again. On the mini-map, which I'll make slightly bigger, there we go, you can see that this is me. You are the white triangle. The rest of your ships are inside. They say the names underneath. I think you can toggle that on or off in the settings. This dotted line is your detectability. That's where you get spotted from. The white line is your... I can't talk. Your the white line is your main battery firing range. You can also toggle on things like secondary fire and detectability by air, hydro, radar, AA defense, torpedo range, and they are all represented by different circles. So we got a G101 just popped up. I'm going to use HE, or high explosive, which doesn't care about the angle of the ship. If it hits the ship, it'll either penetrate or not penetrate, which is it's described as a shatter. If your HE hits the target and penetrates the armor, it will explode and do damage. If it hits the ship, doesn't explode inside of the ship, or doesn't penetrate, I mean, it will do damage to modules such as enemies' guns, torpedoes, AA. It could destroy your engine, or just knock out your engine, sorry, or your steering gears. It can knock out just modules. It can also set you on fire, which deals damage over time depending on what your health is, so it's a percentage. So fires to battleships will do more damage over time than a fire would on a cruiser. On a battleship, they also last longer, fires do, which makes sense considering they have more health. They didn't used to. They used to last just as long as the cruisers, as in the cruisers had the same fire duration as battleships, which was ridiculous because they did a lot. Cruisers don't have a lot of health, but luckily they changed that quite recently. I'll just reduce that back down to my normal size. I think it's about there. What else can I tell you? Down here, these bars tell you what the reload is on your guns. It tells you what guns they are and what reload is. You press 1 for HE, by the way, and 2 for AP. You can press 2 to load up the AP, so if you fire, there we go, it will then load the AP next. If you do it, you can do the same thing with the HE as well. If you double tap it, it will change, but it will reset your reload, so you have to then start reloading from the beginning again. Let's try and put this G101 down. I didn't want to steal the kill, but I got first blood. Sorry about that. That was an angry German. Not German. Oh, God damn it. Angry Russian. Okay, these symbols on the map as well. This means a fighter. That is this plane group up here. Your health bar is just down here. You can either set it as a bar or a ship. I think it's automatically the silhouette of your ship, and when you get hit, it will go down and turn yellow when you're under 75%, and then red under 25%. Sorry, I just have a sip of my coffee. I'm losing my voice. That's good. Yeah, so at the moment we hold 2 capture points, C and B. They are in green, and the enemy holds A, which is in red. Which makes sense, doesn't it? Enemies are in red. Friendlies are in green. All of this stuff you probably already know. Down here, this thing here where you press R is Damage Control Party. This helps, this repairs anything that has been knocked out. If it's been destroyed, it won't repair it. So if you're a main battery gun, for example, they can get destroyed, the same as a torpedo launcher, for example. They can get destroyed, so you can't repair them. But if you get set on fire, or a turret gets knocked out, as in not for the rest of the game, you can repair it, which will take not very long at all, but it will reset the reload. See, I just took damage there, and it came up as a number. It was 1,000 damage. In red, that means it was a penetration, a full penetration. I think it means it's a heavy damage. Anyway, we'll try and see if we can do some damage to this St. Louis. When you fire your guns, your shells have a travel time, which is indicated just here next to the reticle. It says 7.7 seconds there, and I just set that St. Louis on fire, which is good. I am taking a lot of damage from that guy. So you have to give it some lead. My reticle is a dynamic one, so it'll change. That lines will change depending on what zoom I'm at. Ow, that was a good shot. So it will give you a clearer idea of how far you've got to aim forward. See, the 5 doesn't really change. Position depending on where I put it on that St. Louis. Oh, some planes. Oh, I don't actually... This ship doesn't actually have any AA. So I can't show you what that actually looks like. Let's try and put some more damage on this St. Louis. Oh, friendly ran into us. These shells have a very, 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 very long travel time. I'm absolutely terrible today with talking. Don't know why I bother. Move. Who said that? Oh, okay. The South Carolina is in front of the other guy. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm too busy chatting. There we go. Keep firing. That's a good key. All right. A good thing to do is defend your cap, defend your players. Our carrier seems to have. You see that this little plane, by the way, that's traveling around, is just telling me that warning me there are planes to my 6. It does the same thing with torpedoes, but they're a little line. So even if you're not looking, it will give you a warning to that torpedoes are heading your way. This ship is not very fast at all, I've just realised. Let's get back into the middle, where we can actually use our guns to some use. Now, the team, we have lost more ships. We had 2 ships down, but no one has a carrier anymore. That's good. And we do have the destroyer advantage. And also, we have a me advantage. That's not an advantage. It's more of a hindrance. I'm rubbish. So we've just got to try and do as much damage as we can. Look at my ship. It's all beaten up. Nice turrets. Not turrets. Nice funnels, though. Look at that. Ooh, gold. Anyway. Golden! Tenryu is going into the cap, I think. I think he's going to go and get in there. I think I'm just whining now. Oh, under the ship, so you can see the 13.2 kilometers and 1.3. It's just telling you how far the ship is away. This is good for DDs, for example. You can notice, without having to look at the mini-map all the time, you can just look under the ship, and it will tell you how far away it is. It also tells you the health of each ship as well, which is also very useful. Let's see if we can kill this Kolberg. I don't feel too confident about this, because I'm not a fan of this ship. Oh my days, these turrets turn so damn slow. Come on. That's it. Set him on fire. Hopefully he doesn't repair it. He repaired it. Never mind. I set him on fire again. He should be dead then. Don't stop firing at me. Oh my days. I haven't been set on fire yet, which is kind of annoying. Because I can't show you the damage repair. So this is a typical tier 3 game, but they seem to have all lemming trained to one side. I'm alive! I'm alive! There's an Orion there. There's a battleship. I don't want to get fired at by a battleship. Leave me alone. Alright, they're not firing at me anymore. You can have a skill called Priority Target, by the way, which basically lets you know how many people are aiming at you. It comes up just above the right of the detected sign. That Orion immediately put out that one fire. Ow, 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 ow. Fucking bloody Wyoming. Firing HE. If you're in a battleship, by the way, unless you're a British ship, so one of these, the Orion, for example, armor piercing is usually the better ammunition to go for, because your shells do so much more damage. Armor piercing shells do so much more damage than HE shells, unless you're the British, where it seems that those roles are reversed. The AP is still good, but the HE just does so much more damage and knocks out modules, and personally I think it's a little broken. Let's see if we can do this. The ribbons you earn from hitting things and defending and whatnot shows up just above the map here. See, defense, and also these things on the side are telling you like who's alive and what the ships are. That's optional in the settings, but I like having that on. Also, I think what's optional still is these detailed ribbons, which tell you your gun hits if they've penetrated or shattered or whatnot. Oh, I think I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm alive. Don't kill me. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, but I got my fire killed him. I think our team will lose, but we'll watch into the end. So, oh yeah, look, this is a smoke from the DD. These circles signify what that smoke is actually covering. Inside of the smoke, you will be concealed from enemy ships. I don't know why the Clemson is firing. It's only got 5-kilometer torpedoes. You will be concealed unless you fire and they're inside of your detection range. When you're inside of the smoke, when you fire, the detection range is slightly smaller than your gun firing range. Your detectability when firing is your gun range, just so you know. They recently took out stealth firing, which used to be your guns bloomed out to like 10% more than your 20% more than your then when you fire your guns, then it's original base. So ships like the Zhao could get the range module, and when they fired, they could stay undetected, which is no longer a thing because it just balances out the game much more. This fire coming out the funnels, this Clemson, means his engine is destroyed, so he cannot, well, knocked out, so he can't change his speed. Which just means he could repair it, which will just make his engines come back. But if he can't, and doesn't have the captain skill last stand, then he won't be able to move. Last stand basically means things like the engine and the steering getting knocked out. It means you can still move, but it reduces your power and time to turn by 50%. But it does mean you then still can actually fight and move, whereas this Clemson is just kind of cruising to a halt. And he's a little buggered at this point. Luckily, that St. Louis can't see him. It's just that Izakazi that can. This South Carolina is mad. Sorry, just have another sip of my coffee. I don't think we're going to win. Oh, I got 4 kills. I didn't even realise. Could have had a Kraken Unleashed, which is killing 5 ships in a game. There you go. A little bit more information. I got First Blood, which is kind of self-explanatory. It's be the first to destroy an enemy ship in battle. And it's just a flesh wound, which is when you kill someone after you die. G101's down. Clemson is still alive and he's pretty healthy, but there's just way too many ships. I think it's an unupgraded one. It is. You can tell if it's not got the upgraded guns, because the upgraded guns on the Clemson are dual guns. So instead of only firing 3 shells at once, it fires 6. Which is the better one? Oh, and he goes down, and we lose the game. Oh well. So I didn't do too bad, really. To be honest, top of the team. Oh dear. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I hope this cleared things out for you. Oh, by the way, I'll leave this out. This is where your ribbons and what damage you did and what you earned. So free XP, normal XP, and credits. It also tells you who killed you. Gives you an explanation of the medals you got, and it doesn't tell you what you actually get for them, but you can see that in the port. This tells you where you came in the team by experience, which is listed down here. This is base experience before modifiers. This is where you can see medals, so medals from the other team. That got Devastating Strike, Arsonist, Devastating Strike again. How many kills you got? That guy did very well. Got Kraken Unleashed. No, that's how many planes he shot down, sorry. These are the kills for them. It's mirrored. The ships in white are the ones that were still alive at the end of the battle. Detailed report just gives you a better overview of what you did. So this is the damage you did to each ship. The pink is the ones that you did to allies. So don't try not to do that. It's not that great. It does. If you do too much damage to allies, it will do damage back to you, which is a bit sensitive at the moment because it can do like stupid amounts of damage if you just do it accidentally. You can also die from team damage if you do too much. This will also turn you pink if you do it too often, which it just warns people that you have team killed. They have recently put into the game a new system where if you then continue to do team damage, you will go to a orange status, which means you can only do co-op. You can only play co-op games until your team killing status has worn off, which I think is a good idea because it's just getting those people out of the game for longer, and those kind of people ruin it. So if you're not one of those people, thank you. If you are one of those people, please stop. It's not good. And this is the experience and whatnot. So I got premium, so I get a little bit more. If I hadn't got premium, I would have got a little bit less. It's about half as much. Credits just over half, and the XP and free XP rewards are better, and the commander XP is better as well. I hope this helped with people who may not have played this in a while. You also get containers after you earn experience, which you can try anything really. It doesn't really matter, it depends on what you want. I always go for try your luck because I'm a madman. I hope this helped in one way or another. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you again next time. By the way, I said that because that will be a video.